Ravens Rundown coming up in just a few moments from right now. Before we do, though, we are getting very close to 7,800 subscribers here on the channel, but we need your help to get there. I need 9 Ravens fans. That's all I'm asking for. Just 9 of you to subscribe to the channel and help us get to 7,800 subs as we cover this Baltimore Ravens team each and every day with the latest news and rumors segments. Also updating you on trades, free agency, and more. It's all in one place right here on the Ravens Rundown. Subscribe now, youtube.com/RavensTV. Tyler Jones here with you. Happy to have you with us on today's show. We are talking all about Odell Beckham Jr. If you recall, it was about a week or two ago, there was a report from Adam Schefter of ESPN that the Ravens were out of the running for OBJ. But now a new update has come in from Josina Anderson of CBS Sports NFL Insider reporting that the Ravens are still in consideration for OBJ, that they are not out of the OBJ sweepstakes quite yet. The tweet from Josina Anderson over the weekend states as followed: current order for OBJ's free agent visits in early December include the Giants, the Bills, and the Cowboys. Conversations continue with the Chiefs and the Ravens as well. So the talking phase seems to be where the Ravens are at right now with OBJ, so not out of the picture quite yet. So before we dive into this situation and give you the deets on all of this, I want to hear from you directly. Do you even want OBJ in Baltimore? Be honest with me. Do you want to see OBJ sign with this Ravens team and be a part of a playoff run with this Ravens organization? If you do, then in true Chat Sports fashion, type OBJ for yes. If not, type no BJ for no. Let me know in the comments section how you're feeling. If you want OBJ, with all things considered, to join this Ravens team, let me know in the comments section below. You might get an ad break. If so, take advantage of it. Get your votes in. Type OBJ for yes. Type no BJ for no. Now, looking at the situation right now, I still think it's highly unlikely that OBJ comes to the Baltimore Ravens, but there's still a few factors, some convincing that could be done, but to potentially sway OBJ's decision to sign with the Baltimore Ravens. And for me, I break it down to 3 different things of why OBJ should sign with the Ravens. Number 1, they're a Super Bowl contender. You look at this Ravens team currently sitting at 7-4, and I know the losses have been painful. They've been games the Ravens should have won, but this team is still right in the thick of things in the AFC, and they're still just a player or 2 away. So if you want to come win a Super Bowl, be a contender like you were last year with the Rams, the Ravens provide that opportunity to do so. Number 2, immediate playing time. Look, OBJ, assuming that he's 100% healthy, that he's good off the ACL injury, he can come in right away and be an immediate impact. We all remember when he was in the division and the back and forth between him and Baker Mayfield and him complaining about not getting enough touches and not enough playing time out there. That's not going to be an issue with this Ravens team. You look at this depth chart right now, the Ravens would slide OBJ right in, and he would get very involved in this offense immediately. And I don't think it would take much time for him to adapt at all. We saw last year with that Rams team, came in mid-season, and the Rams would not have won the Super Bowl without him. I think this is a situation where he would jump right in and have an immediate impact on this Ravens team. And the final reason is quite simply Lamar Jackson. The former MVP, Lamar Jackson's having a good season, even with what we've seen this year, with guys being in and out at the wide receiver, the running back, heck, even the tight end positions. Lamar Jackson has been the one constant. He has played really well this year and has been consistent. And to get to play alongside one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League, the most explosive player in the league in Lamar Jackson, to me, that should sell itself. Who wouldn't want to play with Lamar Jackson? So those are the 3 reasons I would point to of why OBJ should sign with Baltimore. Now, how likely is that? I don't think it's likely, There's a few variables that get in the way, and I'll explain those here in just a second. But how likely do you think that OBJ signs with the Ravens? Scale it for me 1 through 10 in the comment section of the chances that you would give OBJ of ending up with this Baltimore Ravens team. Let me know in the comments section below. Today's show is presented by BetUS, the exclusive sportsbook partner of Chat Sports. If you go to chatsports.com/bet, you can get a 125% deposit bonus when you use the promo code CHAT125 at checkout. Put $100 down, you get $125 to spend for free. You can bet even on the AFC North race. The Ravens and the Bengals with the same record right now. Tie goes to the Ravens for the head-to-head, and the odds show the Ravens at -250, the Bengals at +200. The Browns, they get Deshaun Watson back this week. Their odds are at +3,000. The Steelers at +5,000. Get your bets in at chatsports.com/bet, promo code CHAT125. So that leads us into the playoff picture for the Ravens. We mentioned that they're leading the AFC North race at 7-4, and they currently hold that number 4 seed. And the Titans have the edge when it comes to tiebreakers to have the higher seed at number 3. But you can see they're right there in the thick of things with the Chiefs leading the way as the division overall leader in the AFC, the number 1 seed. They would get the bye. The Dolphins at the 2. Titans at the 3, Baltimore at 4. The wild card picture, the Bills have to think they still have a shot to not only win their division, but still could get that number 1 seed. The Bengals and Jets are those other 2 spots, and New England and Los Angeles are lurking there at 6-5 at this point. And so if you're OBJ, you look at this and you say, look, that Ravens team is right there. So there's a unique opportunity that the Ravens would provide that no other contending team that's interested in OBJ would be able to offer. And when you look at the depth chart for this Ravens team, OBJ probably slides in right away as wide receiver number 1 or 2. And so with that, you look at this group, Devin Duvernay, Demarcus Robinson, Deshaun Jackson, Prochet, Tylan Wallace and company. I mean, he is going to be targeted right away, and I think that's what OBJ is looking for, is not only to be a part of a contending team, but to also have a significant role, and the Ravens would offer him just that. And when you look at the statistics for this Ravens team, Rashad Bateman would be up there as one of the leading receivers. We're looking at the active receivers on this roster right now. And you can see that beyond Mark Andrews, there's a significant drop-off, that nobody has stepped up and really filled that void since Bateman went down. You look at that, Devin Duvernay, second receiving with 344 yards. Demarcus Robinson has been kind of in and out at times. He kind of just disappears. He's got 26 catches for 297 yards. Josh Oliver had a nice game last week. He stepped up with Isaiah Likely out. Have to think that he's going to get more time in the rotation at receiver. And then there's Deshaun Jackson, who, since he joined Baltimore, he's already been a big play threat with 3 catches for 90 yards, but you'd like to still see him get involved, quite frankly, when it comes to that receiving core. So with all that being said, what's the big holdup? Why would it be hard for OBJ to sign with the Ravens? Cap space. It's just simply not there. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to look at the math right now for this Ravens team that cap space is just not available. $2.5 million is all the Ravens have right now when it comes to that cap. And then you may be wondering, what is it going to take if you have to clear out cap space? What is OBJ looking for? Well, the numbers that have been thrown out there, OBJ's already indicated that he wants a multi-year deal, and comparably speaking, you're looking at probably something similar to Chris Godwin and Mike Williams, about 3 years, $60 million. The Ravens don't have that at the moment. And I know a lot of people are talking about him getting removed from that flight in Miami on Sunday. Personally, I don't care about the whole seatbelt thing. We shouldn't have to wear seatbelts on planes anyway, as far as I'm concerned. We don't wear seatbelts on buses. Why should we have to wear them on planes? That's a whole nother story for another day. And, of course, he's returning from that ACL injury. So those are some variables that are involved here for me. I don't care about the flight. The money thing is the thing that's going to be the issue here. the last 4 seasons for OBJ, the statistics, as you can see, you go back to 2019 and 2018. Those were terrific seasons. 2020 took a step back, missed a lot of time, most of that season, actually. And then in 2021, playing for both the Browns and the Rams, he was a big part of the Rams' success in that final stretch. His numbers were significant there towards the end, in particular in that playoff run. So with that said, with OBJ not likely to end up in Baltimore and where things stack up right now, what's the final record for this Ravens team going to be when it's all said and done? Let me know in the comments section. Predict the Ravens' final record and let me know. As always, you can interact with me on social media at Tyler Jones Live, also on Instagram there as well. Follow me on those social media platforms, and I'll see you next time right here on the Ravens Rundown.